Yo guys, what's up? And welcome to another video. I'm Ike Bloomberg. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. There are more good videos coming. Okay, so this video that we're going to be talking about today is we're going to talk about how you would build a workout plan, okay? Mainly for beginners, but you could also use this and apply this whenever. Okay, the first thing that you want to factor in is why you're working out and why you're going to the gym, okay? It could be because you want to get stronger, or you want to get bigger, or both, or you want to improve on with different techniques for different sports or something like that. Okay, once you identify that, then it's much easier and then to target a plan. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're working mostly for strength, then you want to less focus on hypertrophy, but also and you want to more focus on going to failure and being able to go with short bursts of strength, okay? So you would be doing less reps with more weight. I'm not saying you would only do that, you would also do the other thing, but you would do this mainly, okay? And if you're doing it mainly for mass, but also for strength a little bit, then you would be going for hypertrophy, and you wouldn't be doing a ton more reps. You would just be doing more reps so that you really feel the hypertrophy and you can feel the muscle and the tension, and you're going to be doing about 8 to 12 reps rather than 2 to 6. Another thing you want to factor in when you're training for strength mostly is that you're not going to be doing all these exercises with a bunch of reps like bodybuilders, because you're not trying to train for mass, and you're also going to be doing, if you're a power lifter, you're going to be mostly doing bench, deadlift, and squat, and things that help you be able to lift more weights in those exercises. If you're a strongman, you're going to be going for strength mostly everywhere, but it's a little different. Whereas if you're training for mass, then you would be trying to hit every little muscle, and you would be going for as much hypertrophy as possible, time under tension, TUT, in short, and you would want to be eating in a certain diet. Always there's a certain diet, okay? We'll get to that in a second. Okay, once you've identified why you're lifting, or what you're lifting for, really, I'm not saying any reason is that, but I'm saying you need to identify that. And once you've done that, you can kind of build a plan, okay? There's different kinds of plans. There's tons and tons of plans. Like, mostly bodybuilding is like push-pull legs, ABC, and upper body, lower body, okay? That's basically it. There's more, but those are the most common. And then for strongmen, you do the exercises that are in the competition and stuff that help you get there. And powerlifting is bench, deadlift, and squat and stuff that relate to it. And then you would kind of need to identify how much time you have to train, okay? If you're doing for strength, you want to put aside the amount of time that you think that you need, or you've looked into it and how much time you need. And then for mass, the same thing, the same idea. Okay, after you figured out kind of what you're working out for, like strength, mass, sport, when you're training, because what time you have, and what plan you have in the gym, you need to figure out what you're doing outside of the gym, okay? First of all, you need to sleep enough, because sometimes when you're not sleeping enough, you get like knee pain, or shoulder, elbow, something like that, or you're sore. You think, oh, it's because I went hard last time, or I injured myself. It could just be that you didn't sleep enough, so your muscles couldn't recover yet. Or sometimes it just goes away after a little bit, and you let that part rest. And the next thing we got to talk about, which is really important, is the food. The food. Yes, what you're eating is important, okay? That's really important. The sleep and the eating is 80%. Some people will say 75%. And the gym itself is 20 to 25, okay? Because it's more important that you're resting enough and letting the muscles recover after you've ripped them apart in a workout. And you want to eat right, okay? You don't need to be exact calories and exact protein. but you need to have a kind of idea that you ate enough or you ate healthy enough for what your goals are, okay? First of all, you want to basically see that you're still getting gains, and you want to see that you're not eating too much. Let's say you're trying to go down in weight, then you would probably want to be in a calorie deficit. If you're bulking up, you would probably want to be in a surplus, and if you're maintaining, you would probably want to be in maintenance, okay? And you would want to keep those amounts of food, and you want to kind of just try to eat as healthy as possible. If you're a strong man, you can kind of eat a lot of other stuff, all right? I'm not saying with a bodybuilder, you could also eat a lot of other stuff, but you just need to fit it into your calories, and you need to think, is it worth it? Should I be eating this really good thing that tastes really good? And I eat a little bit of it instead of eating a lot of something that maybe doesn't taste as good, but it's going to fill me up, for real. And then with the strong man, you would be eating a lot because you want to gain as much mass as possible. And powerlifters, you don't want to gain that much. You want to gain as least weight as possible. Let's start with that. Why? Because you want to stay in your weight class. So the second you stay in your weight class, which means if you're in a lower weight class but you have more muscle, or you're just getting stronger and you're staying in the same weight class, it means that you need to lift less, which means you could be better in a lower competition and you could go to a better competition. That's why it's important for powerlifters to eat right. Okay, after you've figured out what your goal is and what you're training for and when you're training for it and that you're sleeping right and that you're eating right, you kind of gotta just wait. You gotta keep going at it every day, and you need to make sure you're doing everything right. Yes, you could slack a little bit sometimes, but you want to pretty much stay on track and do everything right, okay? And then you'll see gains, and when you're not seeing gains for, like, let's say 3 weeks to a month and a half, then something's wrong, okay? You gotta check up and make sure why I'm not getting gains, because clearly you're doing something wrong. Okay, if you guys have watched until now, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end of the video. If you've enjoyed the video, please smash that like button. It helps the algorithm, which helps the channel, which helps me. And please smash that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. We can't do it without you. Be part of the journey. And don't forget, keep grinding, and I will see you in the next one.